Welcome to another video for Gatsby Benchmark 4 sessions. So today we're looking at English. You'll have seen these videos before. We're using them to help you link careers to the curriculum. So you may be sitting there thinking, why do I study English? What am I going to do with it? What world of possibilities are there for me with my English subjects? So I've got a volunteer with me today who's kindly given up their time to give us a few answers about how English inspired them and how they use it on a daily basis. So I've got Dani with me and I'm going to say, Dani, welcome. Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us where you work and what you do, please?
Yeah, so hello, my name is Dani Arney. I work at IBM, which is a large tech firm, and I'm currently working in communications, so working internally and externally. So in case you don't know what that is, internally we spread the word about everything that's going on inside of IBM and speak to our employees through various sort of different channels, and then externally is getting the messages about what IBM do out to like the general public through sort of journalists and media and things like that.
Fantastic, brilliant. Okay, so we're looking at communications internally and externally, and you've explained it beautifully. So when you studied English, what level did you take it up to? Was it just GCSE or a little bit higher?
So yeah, I got GCSE in English, and then I continued to do English literature for the first year of A levels. So technically did like a AS back then, and then then dropped it.
Fantastic. Okay, so we've got AS level English and literature. And what excited you about the subject at the time?
So for me, English was about sort of understanding texts that I probably wouldn't have read or explored in my own time. I remember reading some really interesting books that, you know, had quite deep meanings and things like that. But English was all about sort of taking it that next step further and analysing it and finding out, you know, what the authors were writing about and the messages they wanted to convey and things like that. And I guess another part of it was the whole sort of expressive side. So being able to, you know, talk about things through written communication. So yeah, various different things. And I also quite liked poetry, which was a bit random, but yeah, just one of those things that again you wouldn't have done outside of school. So yeah, that's it really.
Fantastic. So having studied English, and then you, like you said, you do internal and external communications for IBM. Yeah. How has English and the English that you studied and use, how does that help you in your job role?
So English obviously is a massive part. So the majority of my role is written communications. So if we sort of break it down, looking at the internal side, when we're speaking to employees, that's obviously a very different audience and a very different tone of written comms than it is to external to the general public. So, you know, when we're speaking internally, I'm understanding about how to speak on more of a sort of friendly and personal level. But again, the English helped to teach me how to write, you know, professionally versus more freely and friendly and things like that. So that's a really big part. And also being able to use language to know how it's going to make people feel. So sort of looking externally when we're talking to like the general public, being in a tech firm, you know, not everyone understands what we do and what the tech is. But, you know, English, I guess, has helped me to, you know, use a variety of words and phrases that mean that the general public can understand what we do. And also just sort of stepping aside from comms in any professional role or sort of tech firm, or any firm for that matter, like just being able to write emails professionally to people is such a big thing. And obviously English helps you with that. So yeah, loads of things. I mean, I'm using English every day. And I also manage our press room. So all of our sort of press releases with announcements, and obviously they need to be written in a way that communicates what we do. Like, as I said, sort of where people can understand, but it's also professional. So yeah, using English loads.
Fantastic. That's good. You've given us quite a few good examples there as well about how English is really important. I can imagine with communications, it has to be spot on, because if you don't get it right, then it can be quite a big thing. Did you know when you were doing English at school, did you know that this is the kind of area that you could get into, or was that only something that you found out later on?
No, I didn't really know about communications in school. I think in school, a lot of the time it's just like, you know, you can work in so technically sort of comms sits under marketing. So at the time it's told you can work in marketing, but you're not told about all the, you know, the specific roles that are within that. So no, I'd never actually heard of communications, but I've been doing it for over 3 years now. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think English can often be taught in a way where it's you're reading texts where you think, oh, this has nothing to do with working world, but actually if you break it down and take a step back, it's the analysis and like the way things are written, and it's like looking at more of the skills of English that are going to help you in the future.
Fantastic, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for that explanation. Students, if you're watching the video, you're studying English, look and have a look at where it can take you and open your eyes to the different possibilities and opportunities that you have, and see again how important it is in the workplace. So Dani, thank you very much for coming along to do this video with us, and really appreciate your time.
Thank you.